Hey y'all, Laura here with the Cheeky Studio layout. Now this traveler's notebook layout is of my trip to Nashville, Tennessee to see the Scrap Gals. Now the Scrap Gals run a podcast over on Podbean and they talk all about scrapbooking for about an hour for each episode. And I have been listening to them for a few months now, and when they moved to a paid subscription, I was kind of on the fence, but after about 2 weeks of missing that weekly podcast, I had to go back and pay for it, and I did, and I am subscribed, and I'm happy again, because I'm really enjoying their podcast. It's very, very interesting. So, and it's kind of hilarious. The two ladies are absolutely hilarious. Their names are Tiffany and Tracy, and they are a blast. They are so funny. But they also host retreats. So I went to the one in Nashville this year. It was my first time ever going to a retreat. And I was a bit nervous because I didn't know anyone. And I was bunking with someone I had never met before. So that was a little bit scary, but turned out to be a very sweet lady named Julie, who I am really, really happy that I got to get to know. And I had a blast at this retreat. It was so much fun. And I decided, you know what, this Notebook Nancy collection is perfect for this layout. Because of the colors. I mean, the colors have that gray in the kit, and I thought that's perfect. Let's bring in that gray. But then also I can add a lot of pops of color because there really aren't very many colors in the pictures. So that was really cool. I did want to use some of this fringe from the Maggie Holmes collection that's included in the kit. And I was kind of surprised though, when I pulled it off of the packet, it is like a crepe paper feel to it. And I thought, why does it say fringe? It's not fringe. So I made it fringe. I just cut it up and added it to my page. Now later I end up switching to the pink fringe because as I added things from the ephemera pack, realized that this layout was taking a bit of a pink dominated feel rather than the purple dominated feel. But that's all right. I don't mind pulling things off of my layout and making them work somewhere else. And the beautiful thing about this particular collection is it's kind of a modern take on a scrappy collection. So there's really cute things like makeup and cell phones and Rubik's Cubes and just a lot of really quirky, fun things added in. But there's also some cute florals. There's this really cute little tag here that has office supplies and scrappy goodies like washi tape and binder clips. And I thought that is so cute and would be perfect for this layout because it's all about scrapbooking. It's about going to a retreat, meeting new people, and doing scrappy things. So I, of course, am cutting all of the white borders off of my ephemera because I love it. I just love to take that white border off, and I don't mind fussy cutting things out because I like to. It's kind of fun. And I did that for all of the ephemera pieces. Now I did decide to go ahead and take this little tag and, you guessed it, fussy cut out all of those tiny little pieces because I wanted to do kind of a scattered effect onto my black cardstock and just make it look like things were just thrown randomly onto the desktop, you know, in that very dramatic starlit way. And, oh, these are so lovely. Let's just toss them over here in a beautiful fashion. So that's what I did. I just added them randomly around the page at the top and the bottom. I'm going to bring in a couple of florals, and I'm going to bring in some of these beautiful little planner traveler's notebook ephemera here. And I wanted that one in particular because one of the classes at the retreat has you making a traveler's notebook, and I thought that would be really appropriate. I also pulled in these Paige Evans thickers in gold to create my title, which is Meeting the Scrap Gals. I was so excited for this retreat, and I think I'm going to have to branch out and start attending some more retreats because this was really restorative for me to get out there and meet other people who love to do the things that I love to do and to just kind of be amongst your tribe, I think, is just a really cool feeling. If y'all have been to a retreat, let me know in the comments below. Did you love it? Was it nerve-wracking? What did you think? I had such a good time. I will have to repeat this again, that is for sure. Now I've got most of the main bits and pieces here on my layout. There's not a ton of things left to do, but the important part is still waiting because it's adding those tiny, tiny details that I love to add to finish off the page. Could I have stopped right here? I could have, but I think adding those tiny details really gives it a polished look. I've had a few people ask me, how do you take your layouts from feeling so basic and beginner to feeling polished and finished? And those tiny details are it, guys. Really, they do make a big impact on the page. Like I'm adding this bit of gold, like a big gold finishing touch across that fringe there. And it's just a little sticker that I've put onto some white paper. And it looks like a band on a skirt. And it just gives it a polished look. And I am going to cut off the edges of that in just a minute. But for right now, I was considering leaving it that way. And I'm playing around with the bits and pieces. I want to make sure they're in the places that I want them to be. And I'm getting all of the bits and pieces taped down. But this layout still needs something. Something is missing. And if you can guess what it is, right now, I bet you can. It's some scattering, it's some splattering, but there'll be no splattering, a little bit of scattering, but there'll be no splattering on this layout. I did not use my Heidi Swapp color shine on this layout. What? What is happening? Honestly, I felt like there was a lot of scattering on this layout, and as you can see, I'm adding my journaling all the way around the page with my white Uniball pen, and it felt a little busy. Adding the splattering, I kind of felt like would have been overkill. I know I have difficulty even saying those words, but it's true. I think it would have been just a little bit too much on this page with so much already scattered all the way around. So now that my journaling is done, look how finished that border of journaling creates that side of the page. I think that adds a great detail to that side of the page, and if I could have added it to the other side because I had plenty to say, I would have, but there's already a lot of text on that page. I think I'll leave it be. I did add this little cell phone because that is how I listen to the Scrap Gals, is on my cell phone, and a little flower because why not? Coming in with my tonic glue pen, of course, to glue all the things. This thing is just the best adhesive. It glues everything. I've used it on rubber pieces. I've used it on flare. I've used it on chipboard, everything. It glues all the things. Now, up here in the top right corner, I decided to put a donut. And why? Why would I want to put a donut? I was trying to put a little bit of an homage to the fact that Tracy had tons of snacks out for everybody the whole weekend. And it was amazing. Oh, I have the munchies. I think I'm going to go get me a snack. And oh, look at this table, decadently displayed with bowls and bowls of snacks. Always full, always ready to go. It was fantastic. And I'm also going to add a little bit of these hearts all around the pages for my tiny scattering details. And I love these hearts. I think all companies should include a pack of hearts, either hearts, stars. Those tiny little stickers are perfect for finishing off a page. I absolutely love them. And I really do. I wish that they came with more collections because I think they're so usable and I think they're a great way to finish off your layout. Now I also brought in these really cute little flowers that are also from that Maggie Holmes sticker book. That is from the Willow Lane collection, I believe. And it came with this Notebook Nancy kit, but I'm not sure if Tuesday still has any of these Notebook Nancy kits left. So you'd have to check the shop for that. This layout is now complete. I so enjoyed making this one. I hope you enjoyed watching. Until next time, guys, bye!